Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol IZEA. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. From a presentation standpoint, this is a very tricky chart to talk about because there's a lot of perspective that goes into it. What do I mean by that? Well, if you are a day trader and you bought right there and you wanted to sell within 5 minutes after buying, then yeah, for you the chart looks terrible. If you care about the big picture of things, then yeah, I get it. There was a big old pullback today, but from the big picture, the bulls do still have an opportunity to build up overall higher base, and when you have higher bases being built over longer periods of time, that's how long-term uptrends are constructed. I'm going to be talking about things from the big picture perspective. So if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess is you just had a much different outlook and strategy going into the trade. And the key thing here that's kind of allowing the bulls to hang on by a thread, if you will, from the big picture perspective is, in my mind, this level of support down here at the $3.75 mark. I'm not saying this will happen, but it'll help kind of prove the point here. But let's say that this pullback actually continues and the price just works its way eventually down there before starting to finally level off and then starts to work its way back upwards. In that event, what would you have? Well, you'd have the new base of lows right there. The previous base of lows would be down there. If you picture these as stair steps, well, hey, now you have stair steps from the overall perspective working its way in the upwards direction. And that's what you want to see from a big picture perspective. That's how those long-term uptrends are going to be constructed. You just want higher stair steps that are continually built. Now, if the price comes down here, breaks through 375, and then just keeps on falling and falling and falling, at that point in time, this essentially becomes a pump and dump because all you'd have is what was a very, very nice move, and then within a relatively short amount of time, the price would literally be back to where it all started. And that's, in my mind, what a pump and dump is. Great movement, and then in a short amount of time, all of a sudden the price is right back to where it started. Again, I'm not saying it's a pump and dump because to be fair to the bulls, if they can hold above 375 and build a higher stair step, then there you go. But that is really the key thing going forward. I'm not going to talk about levels of resistance because in my opinion, breaking levels of resistance at this point in time, not a huge pressing matter. Top priority right now is going through a healthy consolidation and building that higher stair step. So we'll see if the price can stay above 375 or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.